Okay, so I was right in the middle of, I'm just increasing the high bound of my bend on the that controls the lattice to 1.5. That gives it a little bit more length to make sure that it's not going to I want to make sure it goes past the end of the sack a little bit. Okay, so that looks good. So I can wiggle it up and down. And if I wanted to, I could also rotate this 90 degrees. And then I could move it forward and backwards. And then on top of that, if I really wanted to, I could grab this lattice and rotate the whole thing forward. Now that's kind of hard to see, I'll admit, because the lattice is in the way. But if we hide this, and I could translate this lattice forward, and I might get something that looks kind of nice. So I'm going to go to my tool settings, and I'm going to translate it forward in the world. So anyway, I think that'll work, but we'll have to play with it. The combination of the lattice and the bend deformer. Okay, so all we really have left to do is figure out the spine of this character. We need to be able to fold him backwards and forwards. And we might be able to achieve the twist with that also. So we'll I'm going to pause the video while I think on how to solve that. First thing what I'm doing right now while I'm talking is I want to play with this bend a little bit and see what happens if I move both of them forward. Yeah. So if I move the bend and the lattice both forward, it looks like it's going to work a little bit better for a walk. And maybe not rotate it quite 90 degrees. Allow it to kind of bend down. So now he's kind of stepping forward. And I've even got a little bit of a crease here that I might be able to adjust this crease right here on the front of the leg. Get something to look a little nicer. And I might be able to get the back side of this crease backside leg crease to go away some, which it should when the leg moves forward. Anyway, those are all ideas that I'm playing with, and I'm confident that we can get this method to work with some experimentation. One final thing to check is look at my mesh to see how much it's being squished around and stretched. So when I go forward, most of the stretching is happening right in this area. So I probably want to control that. So I guess we're not near the end of the tutorial. And I'm going to turn on the mesh, even though I don't have it selected. That way I can see how it's what I'm doing here. And if I have the lattice selected and I press Control A, there's an attribute that I want to play with. Yeah. So I'm going to get to it through the control box actually. But if you select the FFD1, which you could also get to in here, and I'm going to change these local influences. Okay. And let's see if I can't get a better effect. So if I increase this, then I'll get a smoother fall off. So that worked a little bit on the upper section, but it didn't help too much on this section. So I might need to go through and paint, edit these vertices weighting information. These are the ones I'm mainly concerned about. Right in this area. So if I go to Window, I go to General Editors, Component Editor, and if I go to Weighted Deformers, let's see if I can't find my lattice deformer somewhere. And it may not be possible to even edit these on the lattice. I can't remember for sure. Yeah. So, yeah, so we can only weight the deformers on the soft mod and the bend. So maybe I can fix this with the bend. Let's see. No, I didn't think so. I think that bend is actually the one that's controlling the upper arm up here. So let me set this back to 1. And we may just have to call that good for now, just based off of time. But anyway, we'll stop there for now.